Well, I did say we were going to be starting earlier today, and we are. It's a nice starting time of 4:39, and we are here to bring some niceness to the chillest of chill days on the road to the showdown. I think we're just going to make Saturdays our nice, chilled day of commentary. But welcome to the show. It's night 13. We are closing in on the end of the tournament now, having completed 3 full rounds. We're now into round 4, and day 13, night 13, whatever you want to call it, kicks off round 4 with some nice bouts on my beautiful little docket. So let's just quickly run down said card. We kick off the night. It's the Tribal Chief and the Rainmaker, the current world champ versus a former. Then the former Ruby Belt holder and Bailey battle to remain undefeated in the green division. Lastly, well, second to last, I guess you could call it, Abyss and Brocky B. I don't know why I call him Brocky B, but Brock Lesnar battle toe-to-toe in the Gold League. And lastly, and by no means least, your main event, it's another rivalry that has happened in the annals, the beginning of IPW. It is Fallon frickin' Henley, Nia Jax, going one-on-one yet again. Well, a night indeed stacked to the brim with action. We might as well focus in on our first bout. The Tribal Chief versus the Rainmaker. I am getting myself my cheesy curly fries ready for this one, because I am going to be chilling, eating, and enjoying the carnage that IPW brings to the table. And it is a very, very nice amount of cheesy chips. So let's send it to the ring to kick off the night. Well, we begin round number 4. Last night we saw action with Reigns in competing against CM Punk, and like then, I really have not much to say in the OTC's entrance. Even my dogs are coming in to watch this one, because they provide more entertainment than Reigns walking to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC
So today it's been interesting. I watched a Korean cooking video by I've Idol Guile. Really good video. Sadly, some food I don't really like, namely mushrooms. I also learnt Guile doesn't really like tomatoes. There you go. Some bizarre knowledge that I picked up from today, but yeah, where last night on Roman's entrance, I watched parts of the G2 IEM Cologne quarterfinal against Team Spirit. What a banger that was. I ended up watching it fully afterwards. And then I watched Falcons versus Vitality. What a game that was. They also then realized that it's running coincide with Valorant Major. That's in London. I could have got tickets to go see it, to be fair. Chose to instead provide IPFW content. You're welcome. But yes, the chillness, the vibe that we have got here is certainly less than normal. It's less of a high stakes sort of thing in terms of how we're bringing the commentary tonight. But just note, every matchup matters. I'm just going to be eating and chilling. Reigns currently in this division. 6 points to his name. A win tonight brings him up to the same total as Oba and Drew, with one more bout contested. For Okada, a win gets him on the same amount of points as Reigns.
And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at
Oh shoot, I've got to do his entrance.
236 pounds, the undisputed world heavyweight champion,
The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. I held the O a little bit more there, just to add emphasis onto the champion's name. They really put a lot of cheese on these chips. It's not even melted onto them fully. It's just like a block. Rainmaker versus Tribal Chief to start the night, and your referee is Big Man Kevin. The champ dishing out damage to the second to last champion before Okada. Reigns, the winner of the Turmoil matchup this year, has had a decent start to 26. Obviously, he wants to get back his title, and this is his first chance of going up against the current top dog of primetime. And I think last time or last week, I was unsure as to what was going to happen with the winner of the Road to the Showdown. I know what it is now. And it is an interesting proposition I've put together, or has been put together by IPW management. Whether or not it works is a different thing, but roll-up here from Reigns gonna be broken out of. But what a round number 3 was in this tournament. While I would say it didn't have as many matchups of the week as what round 1 did, we had a couple to start the round. Blake versus Flammer was certainly epic. And then Becky versus Nia, the other big boy bout from that round, that really just delivered on all aspects of delivering an epic. Okada taunting there in the face of Reigns, not smart. Going to be punished here. And usually when I talk about stars in this tournament, I'm kind of very impartial. For Okada, he really needs to step up here. Only 1 win in 3 bouts, and he is the top champion of primetime. He's failing to live up to the expectations put on him as the #1 seed in the pink division. And I'm just looking. Him and Becky are surprisingly... Well, technically it is the top champions outside of... No, even them. All top champions are sucking. I get Ospreay's technically got 2 wins, but still. 5 points to his name, 3 points to Okada, 3 points to Lynch, and then 4 points to Utami. The top champs are struggling. But Okada delivering a big-time tombstone. Could be evening how he performs in this tournament. Cover here as well. Good 2 count, but it's all just a 2 count. The Rainmaker needs something else. A spear gonna cut that opportunity off. That, oh, nearly was it. And Tribal Chief connecting out of nowhere. Looking to keep the pressure going. Oh, big boot misses. Okada sits back and now back up. Roll up. Has Reigns in trouble, but a kick out. Our referee's so slow to the count. Oh, but... And that's what happens when you're slow to the count. You get dropped by the champ. Cravat used there by Reigns, and now he's caught with a Rainmaker cover here. Kevin doesn't hold a grudge, it seems. Counts it perfectly. Now the Rainmaker taunting in the face of Reigns. Oh, punch caught, slapped. Bitch slapped, I should say. Roman striking back, causing damage, but now caught. Dragon screw leg whip from the Rainmaker. Spear from Reigns. Hits harder though. And still the Rainmaker able to kick out. Tensions rising. The crowning moment not going to work for Reigns. Instead, he gets waist locked and sent running. Oh, caught. No catch and release, though. Instead, Reigns brings down Okada. Gets him up top. Fireman's carry, a little snake eyes. Busting open the champion. Cover here now. Close to the ropes. Surprised there's no rope break called. Well, no rope break means it's no kick out. Okada put down. Yeah, the champions continue to suck in this tournament. And sucking is kind of what they're good at, I guess, in the road to a showdown. But when it comes to live events, they certainly step up. But yeah, next bout on the card, it is the top dogs of the green division. And neither of them are champions. Only one of them's a former champ as well.
Here is your winner,
Reigns gets the job done here tonight. 9 points earned. The fists go up in success. But success isn't guaranteed just yet. 9 points may end up being the lower cutoff for making it to the showdown this year. Remember, it is 5 seeds making it instead of the 4 last year. Coughing. Don't know why I did that. Anyway, Bayley versus Liv. Your next bout here tonight. And, well, anything goes between these two. Can, well, let's be honest, Liv remain perfect through to the end of this tournament? And can she reclaim her crown as Road to the Showdown winner? That is something we'll find out legitimately right now. I'm gonna say it, but what an impressive surprise Bayley has been in this tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California, Bayley.
Plucked out of obscurity to compete in the tournament. Now standing atop of a division. Sure, after tonight, she might not be there. There might just be a Liv Morgan dominant division. But if Bayley wins, she stays on top. And it would be surprising to say the least, looking at this green division. Bayley isn't even, I would say she's probably like 5th seeded in this bracket. Liv, however,
And her opponent, representing the Judgment Day, from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
although out of the champion seeding, she is definitely top seed for this division. And that's outside of talking about the champions who guaranteed first and second seed. She is basically 3rd seed of this group. A woman who's done it before, ran the gauntlet, and came out trumps. This year's tournament slightly different to last, but it's still an interesting field as I'm intrigued to see what happens. While it's Bayley charging in, getting caught, Liv hooking up with her. I'm not going to make that joke. Sweep out the leg. Good work by Morgan to start the action off. Lovely. A massive block of cheese just entered my gullet. I'm using gullet as a word because why the F not? I can use funny big words just to take us on a massive tour of the English dictionary. This division overall, I'm gonna say it, how I envisioned it going was Utami, after winning the championship, continued to ride the wave of momentum, picking up like 3-4 wins in a row to start the tournament off, and then maybe suffering. Liv's just doing what Liv does. She's always been dominant in this bracket. Bailey's been the interesting one. Her round 1 victory, mentor versus trainee kind of affair, and well, the mentor won out there by a old school wrestling maneuver. That was pretty clutch from Bailey. Liv, and well, it's doing well. I'd say she's avenged some of her more difficult losses in the past. And, you know, outside of that, as a code breaker connects, Bailey's up quick. She shook off that heavy shot that's put away several stars. Oblivion! Boom! From Liv, an early strot connecting. Good for 2, almost getting that 3. Why the crowd's chanting for women's wrestling? They should just chant for wrestling. Because no matter what type of wrestling, it's always going to deliver. And you know full well how much I support the IPW women's wrestling comparative to the men's. There's always seems to be a storyline brewing in the women's divisions. As nice German suplex comes through from Bailey. And you have to think, when we move past the showdown and assess really the divisions that we have, Bailey's going to be one of those names that's got to be in the title hunt. Just looking at the rest of the women's green division here. Alexa picking up her first 3 points the other night. Lainey Reed still stuck on 0. You got to feel, or I'm starting to wonder who Lainey will get the dub against. There's a chance for her up against a star that's had a nice battle with her, a matchup of the week on primetime. What was that, Liv? Did not know you had that in you. I do know you have this maneuver. And I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. I went into the creator moveset, toned down the frequency of this maneuver, and I still see her spam it. Why? Why does this thing hate me? Anyway, Morgan charging in. Meets the elbow of Bailey. Oh, nice hook kick. You just got to feel that Liv's going to set Bailey up for an oblivion in a matter of seconds. She really knows how to utilize that code breaker, I'm going to say it. From so many different positions. Off the top, standing in front, and then there just slingshotting herself off the ropes just so she can come down and bring oblivion to her. This has been a dominant performance by Liv, showcasing why she is the top dog in this division. And Bailey's perfect run ends here at the hands of the other woman surging through the division. And based off of this win, I think that confirms Liv is making it to the showdown. The gap can't be closed.
Here's your winner, Liv Morgan.
Technically speaking, the gap can be closed by a lot of stars, but because Liv owns the tiebreak over them, She is guaranteed to make it to the showdown as a top 5 seeded star. Beautiful as it is. And just to briefly talk about the green division, well, I've got it on my screen. The top 5 as it exists is... Sorry, I'm just putting this result after... Top 5 currently: Liv on 12, Bailey on 9, Julia on 5, and then Utami on 4 is your top 4. You then have Alexa, Momo, and Lyra all tied for the 5th seed. So we're going to be going down to the wire in that division, I feel. However, just taking a look at the rest of the matchups this week, Lainey has... Oh, it's that matchup of the week tomorrow. Alexa versus Lyra happens this week. Well, next week. And Momo versus Julia. There's some chances for these divisions to split up. And, well, for Alexa and Lyra, their chance to go to 6 points is in the beginning of next week. That's a brawl, to say the least. Because we didn't mention it earlier, I guess. I'll say it now. Okada's pink division, it's not his currently, but your top 5 as it stands is Drew McIntyre, Obafemi on 9 points with the extra bout. That has to be specified. Then on 9 as well is Roman Reigns. There's your top 3. Then it is just everyone else in the division, really. The only starter in it without any points is Rollins. He is basically dead last. But Okada, Gunther, Tony D'Angelo, and CM Punk all sit on 3 points, battling for them last 2 spots in the division. And personally speaking, it's not that I don't care who makes it. I just have a feeling we're going to be getting some extra brawls. Happening in that division. But for now, attention shifts to the Gold League, and we can kind of talk about how that will shape up now. Just as some little convo. Currently, as it stands, heading into round 4, as the beast is let loose, American Nightmare sits in first. Then it's Shawn Michaels, followed by Abyss. Ospreay then follows that. And Lesnar and Cena and Mark Henry all sit on 3 points, battling for that last spot because El Grande Americano is on nothing. Bang.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
Brock wanting people to bathe in his glory, it seems. He looks fired up. Let's see if I can time this perfectly. Oh, fuck. I timed it perfectly. I just put fire instead of that. Whoopsies. Anyway. I wish I used a lot of these functionalities more. Like this camera in an entrance. But yes, two big men battling now. So we let the pyro loose. Gonna say white.
And his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 350 pounds, the undisputed television champion. He is the monster.
That faded into nothing. Yeah, I wish I knew how to use that camera a little better. Oh, the crowd wanting Suplex City. We were close to getting it in the Cena versus Brock match. But there were literally no suplexes thrown. And now these two go toe-to-toe, and Brock early with the pin. Rope break call. Big Man Lennon, your referee. And just to, yeah, he does look like someone I know. Gee whiz, I'm more focused on this than anything else. I'm taking a screenshot. Whoopsies. Yes, I did just take a screenshot of that instead of the ring action. Anyway, Lesnar Abyss coming your way. And Lesnar has a headlock. As you do. Anyway, let's just get Ref Cam in on the action. He's wearing it on his head. There's Brock tossing. Now pummeling Abyss. It's like the referee cam in the World Cup. Drop down from Brock. Oh. Catch, release, German suplex. Suplex City is starting early. Ref cam working. Extra. Why do they never really utilize this? They have the camera. They've tried to use it before, but never really got it going. Big boot there from the monster. And Brock rolls out. Abyss starts taunting. Irish Whip sends Brock out, but back in does Abyss bring him. I'm also going to point out there's an issue. So, believe it or not, in fact, I'm going to show you this now. Screw the match. We're talking 2K26. I technically have the camera set to... It was set to ramp. But it keeps resetting itself. Anyway, you're getting the roaming IPW cam in for this match. As Lesnar looks up Abyss, brings him to the corner. Puts him in the corner as well. Up top goes the nanocam just so that we can see these close-up shots from Brock and Lesnar. Up top, Fireman's carry. Snake eyes. Sending Abyss crashing down. No rope break there. The camera gets a good look at that one. As we bring it to the outside. Lesnar on the hunt. Interesting facial expressions from the Beast. As he starts to work over the monster. Big boot. Connecting. Abyss fired up. He could be putting Brock into a black hole slam. Or into the barricade. That's the other option. Returns him into the ring. Count of 5. Abyss is in. Oh, Brock fights back. I think there may have been an attempt at a black hole slam instead. Welcome to Suplex City, biatch. Whee! The Beast dragging the carcass away from the ropes. Cover here. The teeth gritted as the 2 count comes through. Monster scaves that initial danger off. But this, can he avoid? Hooked up, taken up top, and welcome. No, not just yet. No F5. Instead, the Monster. Brash, battered, bruised, caught, Snapmare, and Brocky B looking to punish. Waist hooked, full Nelson. Fought out of. Abyss. Kick down south, not gonna connect instead. Caught. Hello, German. Brocky Lesnar. The most German suplexes in this entire tournament. All coming in this one match against the big man. Hooked up. Oh, no. Abyss almost taken for another ride. Maybe he is. Brock drops him. Big time line. Sending Abyss crawling to the corner. Catch. Camera pans so far back because Abyss is going for a long flight. German City. I guess you could call this the Lanxess, because Abyss is in Germany, and more specifically Cologne if he's in Lanxess. Now, Brock trying to punish, cannot seem to get his finisher unloaded in on the Monster. Meanwhile, Abyss hasn't even attempted a black hole slam or even a torture rack bomb. Maybe now's the chance to do so. I think he did, but no, caught. Brought down, belly to back suplex. And the Monster in trouble because the Beast is staring him down. Somehow he lands the shot first, making it so Brock has to fight back. And fight back he does. Waist control, German. Stacking him high on his neck. The Beast is fired up here tonight. He is returning to form. Butterfly. Can't lift. Abyss fights out of it with a black hole slam. Drags the carcass of Brock away from the bottom rope. Cover here. Monster. 2. Near fall. Brock fires out of it. Shoulder lifted off the canvas. And these two are going shot for shot. Why not? Ref cam getting a good look at the punches connecting. Abyss catching one. Fires back strong onto Brock. Oh, Brock catches one back. And Abyss catches another. Abyss winning the trade, I feel. Never mind, it's an even exchange, but somehow Abyss connects with a low shot, dropping the Beast incarnate, takes his back, hooks him up. Torture rack bomb. Flush connection from the Monster. Good for 2. And the Beast able to kick out. Lying in wait is the Monster. Looking to punish. Sends Brock flying into a black hole slam. Cover 2, 3, Momentum shifted towards that tail end so quickly. And Abyss capitalizes on the shift, earning 3 points. Now, I've accidentally awarded the main event winner 3 points already, unintentionally. But I'm not going to change it. I believe that they will win. I believe that they will win. I believe that they will win. God, I've had to learn American football chants, because that's who I have in my friend group sweepstake. And, oh boy.
Here is your winner. He is the monster, Abyss.
Why did I have to be all so shit? Yeah, I did say tonight was the chill night. It certainly feels it. As the monster victorious, his song restarts, just so he can throw up the axe. Now, I'm not gonna let you know who I've picked for the winner, but I believe that they will win. Haha. Make the joke again. But yes, as we prepare for an instant classic, the OGs do battle. It's Fallon Henley versus Nia Jax. And I'm so nice, I'm not even going to change the attire. So let's send it to the ring for your main event. I think this has been the closest these two have been in terms of rankings for quite some time.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
But both sat on 6 points. 9 after tonight if they are able to win cleanly in this main event. Nia Jax out first. Fallon gets to play the former champion card and the longest reigning champion card to come out second. Nia not been champion for a while, but just listen to these accomplishments that Jax has achieved. The only woman to win 2 Rumbles. The only woman to win, well, the inaugural Undisputed Women's World Champion. The inaugural Sapphire Champion. The only woman to hold a mid-card and main event title on 2 different shows. The only woman to win both top titles on both shows.
And her opponent, representing Fatal Influence from Chelsea, Michigan, Fallon Henley.
As for her opponent, Fallon Henley is also really accomplished. The longest reigning champion ever in IPW. The only woman to unify 2 titles. The first to win both a main card, well, the main championship and the mid-card championship. And hold them and defend them consecutively. The most title defenses by any IPW star. And well, the 2, I'd say, most successful ladies are now brawling to start your main event. I'm dropping the chill night just for this one, because this is everything that IPW is built on. The culmination of an instant classic. Last year's Road to the Showdown did not work well for Fallon, failing at the first hurdle of the live event. And do you know what's even more impressive? I'm just looking at last year's teal and gold leagues for the women. Both of them finished second in their division. Both really fell at the same hurdle. Now, the chance is there for both of them. Fallon, springboard forearm smash to kick off the flurry of heavy offense. Jax a roll-up early. She senses the danger that Fallon possesses, knowing the former champion has so much in her arsenal. Military press, just gonna drop her. An elevated position ends in a crash landing for Fallon. Jax working the ankle. Bow and arrow applied here. Fallon escapes the hold. Interesting maneuver now. Hooked up, pump, handle slam from the former Women's World Champion. I should also say it's the Women's World Television Champion, because both of them are former Women's World Champs. Fallon tried for the famouser, caught and powerbombed. Thankfully for her, it wasn't the one-legged powerbomb that Jax has made her most dangerous weapon. That comes later, babe. It may seem as Nia. This is becoming one of her more prolific weapons as well. An avalanche Samoan drop looks to be on the cards for Fallon Henley. And a crash landing happens in the center of the ring. And it's going to end in a cover. 2. Kick out by Fallon to stay alive in this matchup. Jax building momentum, may have attempted that powerbomb there. Fallon not having it, instead sends Jax running into a dropkick. And in a moment's notice, Fallon picking up the momentum. And there's the confidence. The guns pulled out because she is looking to shoot, to kill. Drops Jax onto the knee. And now, again, the attempted famouser ends in catastrophe. Jax runs the ropes, looking to drop the elbow, but no, falls short. Fallon evades the danger. Nia fighting back, but cannot connect as Fallon evades the big shots. The back and forth thing happening, really not working for either lady, as the reversal city is being met. Hip toss from Fallon. I was going to call her Hallen there. Never heard of anyone called that, but hey. Fallon ascending to the top. Drops the elbow. Connects flush and covering the irresistible force. Only good for 2. We've seen time and again these two battle over the years, and time and again it ends with Fallon winning. And it could be the exact same result as the famouser connected this time for the former champ. And Henley, again the guns pulled. The kill shot lined up, but no. Roll up for Nia. 1, 2. Change of positions. Fallon into the pin. And she gets it. Nia's desperation costly. And she ends up losing. And guess what? I don't need to enter the match result into the card. I predicted it. Fallon gets all 3 points. And she gets up to 9. We can now discuss briefly how the Teal League shapes up the top 5. And there's a reason I'm saying that. Fallon is top of the shelf. 9 points to her name. Everyone else on 6 or less. So it's Fallon, Oscar, Flair, Nia, and Blake Monroe. Your top 5.
Here is your winner, Fallon Henley.
Nia now, I would say, bottom of the barrel for the top 5. Failing to win tonight. But the top 5 may shift drastically tomorrow as round number 4 rolls on to night 14, the final day of week 2. As we will be kicking off the night in said Teal League with 2 stars. Okay, I tell a lie. It's not going to change the top 5 too much, except for the fact that one of them probably will be heading to top. Well, it's going to become a top 6, basically. As Lady Flammer and Becky Lynch, both on 3 points, do battle to go up to 6 and make their statements known. They'll be kind of tied with Nia Jax, because she's now lost in round 4. The others haven't competed yet. As for our next bout, well, it's a doozy, as Gunther and Oba Femi will do battle. Oba looking to stay on top of the division. Gunther looking to get into the hunt for the top 5. Afterwards, probably deserved of the main event spot more than what we've got for the main event, but both matches probably will deliver regardless. It is a big one. The American Nightmare, the former World Heavyweight Champion, will battle the current reigning and not defending Emerald Champion, Will Ospreay. Cody looking to stay perfect through 4. For Ospreay, a chance to stay in the top 5. And finally, your main event, Green League action. It's an instant classic that's happened on primetime, and it has made its way into the showdown as Laney Reed, Fatal Influence's own, goes toe-to-toe with Queen's Quest's Utami Haya Shishita. What a night of action to round out week 2. And, well, week 3 and 4 are going to be epic. Because week 3, well, tomorrow night, is the halfway stage of the entire tournament. It's hard to believe we've gone through so many matches in such short period of time. But yes, thank you for joining me here tonight for the Road to the Showdown. I will see you, as always, tomorrow for 4 more big bouts. Peace out.